Hello, today's date is June 12th, 2019. For today's video source inspection, we're filming a fully refurbished 270 S model spin rinser dryer, or as I like to say, SRD. The customer is located in New York, and I'm going to say the last 4 digits of their PO number so they can identify this tool on our YouTube channel. 8584. One more time, that is 8584. The recipe we'll be running today includes a 30-second rinse at 600 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800 RPMs, moving into our dry 1, which will be at 1800 RPMs, before we slow it back down to 600 RPMs for an additional 210 seconds in our dry 2. Before we get started, I'm going to open the door and show you what we are working with today. We have nitrogen air blowing into the bowl. And at the moment, we are running an empty cassette. The purpose of our video is to show that this SRD is fully functional. I'm going to run the recipe that I just outlined for you. I'm going to describe our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support, as well as some of our equipment offerings at Sitek. So, let's go ahead and get started. We are very full in our final test today. That is why I'm crammed in the corner filming this video. We have a lot of shipments to get out, so there will be more videos to come. As you can see, we're in our rinse. Tool is running nice and smooth. We have 10 seconds left in our rinse. You're going to see the water start slinging around in circles when we move into our purge. And there are going to be less and less water droplets on the window as we progress through our recipe. The purge has just begun. Now we're swirling. We're high spinning. Our dry 1 is going to be high spinning. We're going to be slinging in as much water off our cassette as possible. Let's begin talking about our refurbishment process. I'm sure our customer is eager to know what this tool went through. Every SRD that is sent to Sitek goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the head assembly and break it down all the way to the component level. From here, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as inspect every part for function. Once we have prepped all of our parts, that is when we begin to build the head assembly from the ground up. So we're at 1800 RPMs. We have about 45 seconds left in our dry 1 before we slow it down. The tool is running very smoothly, and you can see we have substantially less water droplets on the window. I'll feel for heat. We're getting heat on our cartridge and our heater blanket. SRD is running great. So, we build the head assembly from the ground up. There are multiple quality control checkpoints. The first is our dry test. This is where we test the head for full function without facilities installed. Once the tool passes our dry QC checkpoint, we move into our wet test. In our wet test, we do a QC check with facilities installed. From there, we'll move the tool from our wet quality control to our final configuration, which you see before you today. Okay, we are slowing down. Still running very smoothly. In our final configuration, we do at least 50 various process recipes with different times and RPMs, in addition to filming our video source inspection. We run so many different recipes for what we like to call burn-in testing. Burn-in testing is how we ensure your head assembly is ready for plug-and-play installation into your fab. So we have just under 3 minutes left in the recipe. You can see that our drying has been working. We have just about 10 or so droplets of water left, much smaller. Our blanket is heating up. Our N2 heater cartridge, don't want to touch it, but it's very hot as well. And now that we're in our dry 2, our anti-static module is working and deionizing the bowl. That wraps it up for our refurbishment process. Depending on the configuration, you may see a bare head assembly. You might see an SRD that's on a roll-around cart in the poly. That's the 470 configuration, or an entire double stack. If you are interested in seeing our SRD configurations, visit our YouTube channel and search sitekprocess.com on YouTube. If you want to see our catalog, go to www.sitekprocess.com. Anyways, I'm going to move on to our spare parts and service. Sitek Process Solutions is able to provide 100% of the spare parts and repairs necessary to upkeep your semi-tool SRDs. Repairs that we will perform include the amps, the LC4s or the LC5s, depending on if you have a 220 system. Controllers, including 328s, 228s, PSC 101s and 102s. We rebuild motors as well as rebalance rotors as well. All these components are larger components of the SRD, and we provide them in refurbished or new condition. Give us a call and we'll let you know what we can do to help you out. 916-975-2204 if you're on the West Coast, but it's 2. Other parts we supply include start and stop switches, door switches, rotor stop positioners, LC4s, which solenoid valves, ACR valves, tach sensors, and any other part you can think of on the SRD. So we're smooth. We have about a minute left on the dot. I'm going to list off other equipment that Sitek can provide. In addition to being the worldwide leader in spare parts and service for SRDs, we are also an industry leader in equipment support. Equipment that we can supply outside of the rinser dryer includes box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030, mask cleaners including K&S and Ultra T models, metrology tools including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We can provide YES ovens, barrel ashers and etchers, as well as a variety of microscopes. Other tools that we provide in service are pumps including IDI, Cybor, and Millipore. To view our entire equipment catalog, visit us at www.sitekprocess.com. If you know what you need and want to email us an RFQ, you can do so directly through our website or use our email address, which is sales@sitekprocess.com. Okay, recipe has hit 0. We're ramping down. The rotor stop positioner just fired, and now we're waiting for the door seal to deflate before opening the door. Okay, if you open the door too early, you can cause damage to your SRD. So we have warm nitrogen purging into the bowl. This is what we want. We have residual droplets of water in the bowl. You do not want to dry until your bowl is bone dry, as you're more prone to attract static when you do so. We'll pull out our cassette, completely dry. If there were wafers, they would also be completely dry. This was a successful process run in the 270S model spin rinser dryer for our customer in New York. We thank you for watching today's video source inspection. Have a nice night.